All right, so this is going to be a documentary and a kind of like a how-to of what we need to do on this field next year, every year. As far as the grass goes, we aerated in the spring and seeded and started fertilize the grass on the same day. On this field here, we put two 40-pound bags of Lesco starter fertilizer and two bags, I think they're 20-pound bags of seed on this field. We had a lot of big empty spots here. Actually, this is a seeded area that we put down. There's a problem area here. Actually, that big square, this big square, and a couple squares in left field that we had to seed, and the rest of the two bags we used to overseed on this field. About a month and a half after we did that, I gave it another shot of starter fertilizer, but that time only one bag for this outfield and the infield. All right, did the same thing on the other field. Two bags of fertilizer, starter fertilizer, and only one bag of seed on that field. That field really wasn't that bad. So again, aerate, seed, two bags of starter fertilizer. About a month and a half later, another bag of starter fertilizer, and you'll have a pretty strong lawn. In the winter, we've already got like weed and feed stuff for the winter. Fall, we're going to aerate again and put down that weed and feed. So that's that on the grass. Grass has been pretty strong. On the infield here, we are not doing anything to this infield next year. Nothing at all. Not unless we have a lot of erosion. But I think what we got right here, it's pretty level. Got a good mix of the turfus on top. We should be good to go with that. Got a little bit of a washout here. I have to say that our drainage, French drain project, I don't think really worked, unfortunately. I think the clay didn't allow the water to actually seep down into the pipe. I mean, it rained yesterday about 2 inches, and we have no water in the pit. I mean, it's wet, but we really don't have water in the pit to speak of. Hard to say if we're getting excess moisture into the rocks and into the pipe and it's just sitting there, not enough to actually collect. But again, it did rain about 2 inches yesterday. We had no puddling here in the infield. We did develop a low spot there. We're going to fix that. That's no big deal. I think that's just the way we've gone with the tractor up and down, but we'll fix that. And this here shortstop has a little bit of a hump in it, but I think it's actually helping in the drainage. It's keeping the water off the field. Again, it rained 2+ inches last night, and we have a little bit of standing water at second base. Really, I mean, if we needed to play right now, we could. Away from that, what we've done too is I bought a torch, a big propane torch, and what I did was I burnt the outline of the infield all the way around, the outline of the pitcher's mound, and these base paths here. If we keep on top of it with the torch, it's going to stay nice and crisp, nice and clean, and also the outfield. You can sort of tell it's pretty clean, pretty crisp, but you get the grass popping up here on the edge, and it's just a maintenance issue. That, along with some weed killer, we got a whole gallon of concentrated weed killer, will help any of this stuff here that's popping up. And what we're going to do next year is we're going to hit it with a weed killer, and we're also going to hit it with a pre-emergent, so that way it kind of stops anything from actually germinating. This lip here at home, we took that down. Really all I did was I took the hose and hit the lip from this side to wash all the dirt away. Take the tamper, tamp it down. Sorts to eliminate the lip. Again, we got a pretty well-defined base path here. So again, the field looks like it's in pretty good condition. That's about it. Again, so to recap, aerate, 2 bags of starter fertilizer, seed. I think you can get away with a bag of seed to overseed, since we don't have any big bare spots. On the other field, basically do the same thing. Burn the edges, hit it with the weed killer, hit it with a pre-emergent on these edges, and if we need to, we might touch it up with a couple bags of turfus, but we are not putting any more clay on this field. It doesn't need it. It's about it. So that's my wrap up. It was a good year. The field held up just fine, and we'll see what we can do for next year. All right, signing off.